broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Miriam Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Think you're all about me, but I'm all about you. Turn the lights down, let me show you it's true.
What is up, AfterBuzz TV fans? Thank you for joining us for another Younger After Show. This one's called Skate. We do a little skating in it, I guess, for this episode. But thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Danica Kennedy, and you can find me online at Danica Kennedy. And where can they find you, ladies?
I'm Annika Michelle, and you can find me on Instagram or Twitter or everything. They're all different, but Instagram is Annika Michelle 1. We were just talking about this, too.
I'm Sam Davidson, and you guys can find me on Twitter at SamD43.
So we're back in the studio. Good to be back with you guys. This episode, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with the whole affair thing going on. That was like the juice of this episode, in my opinion.
For sure.
And now I think Bjornberg's crazy. He's a little cray-cray, right?
He's, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's acting like a girl in a affair. I feel like he's the girl, like he's cutting himself. He's like, I can't lose you. I'm so scared. Like, you know, some moments I feel like he's acting like the parts that he tells his wife about what's going on, I feel like that's not the girly thing to do, but I feel like him cutting himself and him like scaring Hilary and like, I can't lose you, I'm gonna die, like things like that is things that usually girls would say.
It's very European, I think. I think he's being very like European
Dramatic.
and like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Just drama.
It was crazy.
But Bjornberg and Annika,
I
his
know.
wife, definitely out crazied Liza
Like,
this week.
They said that like the little calendar thing that pops up, this is Annika, me and Danica are watching together, and I'm like, oh god, please let her be cute, like let her be normal and cute.
Gilligan's cut to like what
she comes out of the limo and I was like, oh,
Annika's like, she could have a little bit more lipstick or
and
blush.
blush.
And I'd
That's
be
literally what I said in the
happier.
room. I
It
was like,
cracked me up.
if she just put on a little bit more lipstick and blush, well, like all is well. No offense to the actress, of course. I'm just saying, like, for my namesake, it's very rare to find out.
You're like, I just want her to be hot.
Yeah, it's
She has my
very
name.
rare to like find Annika's on TV, and like when you do, you're like, oh, please be like cool character, be the fun one, be the spunky one, be like, you know, energetic. It's like this girl was like seemed kind of bland, this character. Again, the character, not the actress.
But also kind of cray as well.
Oh yeah,
But okay, so she's like the crazy Swedish wife. Is Annika a Swedish name?
it is a Swedish name. It
Okay,
means
you're Swedish?
No, I'm not. My parents just like the meaning of the name, which is beauty and grace combined.
Okay.
So that they just like the meaning and they just named me that.
Okay, so your name's Annika and you aren't Swedish,
I'm not
but your
Swedish.
name's Swedish.
My
And
name is
I
Swedish.
am Swedish,
Oh,
and my
that's
name's
funny.
Danica, but my name's Slavic, and I'm not Slavic.
That's hilarious. See?
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
The parents, man.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So similar.
But yeah, so basically Bjornberg, he writes about everything that happens to him and sends it to his wife, even though he's a sneaky bastard. And so
Right.
he wrote about the affair about some 26-year-old. So she thinks it's Liza, and she's like, are you 26? And people keep asking her about her age. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, why is everyone asking her about her age all the time? They have to know or be
Yeah.
able to tell, because no one gets asked that
Yeah,
much unless
that
you're going
much.
to bars and they're carding you all the time.
Right.
But she, and the best part though was when she was like getting mad at her at the restaurant, like, it's you're the one having the affair. And she takes like these papers and like hits her across the face.
Yeah.
And it was just like so overacted, like,
Yeah.
like the swings and stuff. It was cracking me up.
It was total like theater hits. It was hilarious.
Yeah, some real I mean, okay, I think Annika, though, is a very good-looking
No,
middle-aged woman.
she's not an ugly woman. That's not what I was trying to say. I just wish her personality was a bit more fun.
Yeah, I guess.
No offense to the actress. Like I said, I don't think she's ugly in any way, shape, or form. I just wish she was like...
It was the makeup. She needed
It was the
more
makeup
blush
and like the
lipstick,
clothes
you
kind of
said.
seemed kind of boring. Like she was in a business suit, like gray colors, and I was like, could you have come out here with a hot pink dress on and been like screw you for screwing my husband. Look what he has at home kind of thing. That's what I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
But what he has at home, which not even at home, in another country,
Right.
is like a way, you know, like just like older, less glammed up version of Hilary. I mean,
totally
when they were
is.
sitting next to each other at the table, I was like, these women look a lot alike. Like, it was definitely like a type, just different age ranges,
Yeah.
I felt like.
And it was so awkward. I can't even imagine being like Hilary sitting at that table and being like, oh my God, that's and then he like tried to grab her right next to him.
Yeah.
He like tried and she was like, no, we can't do this. And he was like, why? And then starts cutting himself.
Well, can I just ask though, where is Hill's BF been?
Oh, yeah. And
But, you know, Kelsey, I'm sorry, I just can't help it. But where has Kelsey's boyfriend been? That he was a douche. I get
Right.
it. Like, so I'm glad he's not there.
Right.
she mentioned in this episode, which it was a really dumb line, and I think they just like added one line about him, so we're not like, what the hell happened to
Yeah.
him?
Right.
And she was just like, oh, well, I want to just like have the affair now so I don't regret it when I'm like 40 or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to live my life. And then Liza said something to her like, no, you're making a mistake. You're like digging your grave kind of thing. And she was like, wait, or like that's something in someone in their 20s does. You're
Yeah.
like digging a hole for yourself. And she was like, but you're in your 20s too, or something
Yeah.
stupid like that. And then they just like moved
They keep
on.
making mentions to it for sure.
They like mentioned him for a second, and she's like, I don't care about the affair, but like his wife's here, why would he tell her? Or
Yeah.
like all this other stuff. So it's kind of weird.
It is. And that's kind of an interesting way to do it, like to send a novel and to be talking about your mistress in your book. Like, I don't know. It's just, I guess he's one of those people that he's out in the open with everything.
I mean, I feel like that is kind of a more European thing to be
Right.
more accepting about affairs, but not that accepting and
No.
just that out there. And then I want to say Hill Dog every time. Kelsey, I mean, she's just being an idiot, really, because she's like playing with fire with both these guys. But she should just dump the douchebag guy. She knows he's a douchebag, and she's not paying attention to him.
Yeah.
So just be single. If you can't be faithful, be single.
Yeah, I just still think it was so hilarious how he cut his hand, and it's right after she was just like, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
She breaks up with him, and he does that. If someone were to
At
do
that event, too. That was pretty
Yeah.
wild.
right before he's about to go on stage,
Right.
I mean, I was like laughing. I couldn't,
Yeah.
I think I might have panicked like her and been like, oh my God, give him a napkin, and you know, like, help.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fine. But like, I think I would have like laughed. I don't, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Absurd.
And then what did you guys think of her immediate reaction to when he went up on stage and she just turned to Annika and was
Yeah.
like, I'm the one sleeping with him. It's
Right.
not Liza. And then they just kind of dropped it. They didn't show anything
They
else.
want you to
And I was
watch next
like,
week. Yeah.
I know, keep us hooked. But I was like, it was like a cliffhanger that wasn't like, oh, I got to know what's happening next. It was
Right.
just a cliffhanger like, wait, what?
I'll check
For
it
me,
out. Yeah. Yeah.
personally.
I feel like not most girls want to do that, but maybe he was doing that. She was doing that to save Liza because Liza was getting beat up from her, you know. And Liza wasn't at that event because she was babysitting for Charles,
Yes.
you know, who's into her, not Maggie, right?
Yeah. No, Diana.
Diana Trout.
Yeah.
Diana's her boss, who's super into this guy.
Oh.
And this guy's like way more age appropriate for Liza, and he has his shit together, and he's
Yeah.
handsome. But he also has like 2 kids, and he's settled down. But Liza's good with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
She kind of is a kid, or wants to be.
she's
Want to
like
be kid.
40, so it's fine, like in reality. And I can't really place where I know him. I don't know IMDb up, and I didn't, but like he's been in so much stuff, and he's so
I'm sure.
handsome.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, Charles. I'm a fan.
He kind of reminds me of like a Colin Firth type, or like very handsome.
Oh no, sexier though. I don't find Colin Firth sexy. I find this man sexy.
Oh,
There's
okay.
something. Yeah. I
You
don't
still
know.
into Josh though?
Yes. Did you not hear the noise I made when he came on the
Oh my
television?
God.
I know you are. I know you are.
He's cute though. He's a cute guy.
I mean, she has some good options right now.
Yeah, but she's lying to all of them, and it's just there's no real way to come out of that lie gracefully.
No, I mean, I'm just waiting for her to get caught. And this show keeps getting renewed for more seasons and episodes. So I'm like, when will they wrap this out? Is
Right.
it going to like just keep stretching like Pretty Little
The lies
Liars
keep
or something?
going,
Like,
yeah. Well, they did
lying forever.
yeah. And I feel bad for the boss because it's like, it's so obvious Charles isn't into her, but she just tries so hard, you know, and like Liza kind of pushes that, like, not imagination thing, but like pushes her crush a bit more, because, you know, like they started walking away and he like he wasn't paying attention to her. He didn't turn back around, and she's like, oh, did he turn? Is he still looking? And she looked back and he was off doing his whatever thing, and she's like, yeah, he's still looking, don't turn around though. Like, you know, she kind of like propels it a little bit, I feel like. But I feel like it's really obvious that he's definitely not into her and into Liza for sure.
Yeah.
And I think she can kind of sense it too, because she gets a little weird whenever they have like conversations together, or like, you know, when she was when he was showing her the video of Liza with the kids, she's like, I'm really good with kids, like trying to like, you know, one up or like
lying.
Yeah,
I love kids too.
I love them. Yeah.
You guys, maybe this was a foreshadowing that Liza and Charles are gonna have some babies, because he really liked the way that she, you know, like and she loves kids, and she only has one daughter that's in college now. She had her when she was very young. So I feel like maybe like she will go on the path of
being a stepmom,
or being
like
but having more kids, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, because she's younger at heart and she looks younger, and hopefully her goods are younger. Like, maybe. I mean, they're 40, but maybe they're like good goods.
Right.
So they'll be younger, like she is.
maybe they're soft as a walrus.
Oh my god.
Like Hilary's or whatever.
In my country, compliment.
Yeah.
Compliment.
The biggest compliment. It's like,
Walrus
really?
vagina. That's what they're into. I feel like Liza's option. I mean, she has some good options going on, but there's definitely pros and cons with each guy. Like the guy, what's his name, Charles. He definitely like has his stuff together more. He's cleaner. Like his house is way nicer. It's easier to talk to him. And then the other guy, Josh, is like fun and young and hot. But then like they were talking about skateboarding this episode, and she was like, "Yeah, I can skate." Like whatever. And then he makes her the skateboard, or gives her the skateboard at the end, and I'm waiting for her to fall and eat shit. Like, that's what I totally expected.
Because I've done that. Like, I've dated guys that are like, oh, I bet you can't do it. I'm like, yeah, I can. And then I try, and then I've hurt myself severely.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait till you see her fall. No.
Right. Nope. She's skating down the road like it's a pro.
Doesn't work like that.
It's like, I can't even keep her lies straight anymore. I'm like, wait, can she actually skate? Or was she lying about that?
Was that just like a lucky...
she was lying.
Yeah.
She's always lying. But then she was actually just like gliding down the street, no problem. Which
she was going faster than him at one point.
That.
Yeah.
It's just not a good situation to get yourself into, where you could possibly have to go to the hospital and show your ID for how old you are. Like, I think maybe she should stop engaging in like physical activities with people that don't know like her age, because I'm just keep on thinking about how is this gonna come out.
Also, I don't know if you guys do this, but when I date people, like, I see their IDs at some point. Like, if you go out to drink with them or something, it's like, oh, your picture's so much better than mine, or like, ha, look at your haircut.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
whatever.
if you forget
look
the
at
guy's
it.
last name and you just want to like look at the ID to double check.
Right.
Or if you're like, wait, how old is he again? Okay, 1980, what? Just
Right, you're like, okay, do the math. Yeah. It does come up. I feel like you do see other people's IDs, like whether it's guys or friends or whoever, so it has
if
to,
you go
like,
out, you do.
Yeah.
You
Have we
to
ever addressed it?
that.
Does she have a fake ID? Because I mean,
I don't think she does.
I don't think
like I'm 27 and I still get carded all the time.
Yeah.
You know, people, they always say like, if you look under 30, then you're gonna get carded.
Right.
And it shows her going out to drinks regularly with these girls and people, so it's like, I guess none of them look at each other's IDs, but
Yeah.
realistically, I feel like that'd come across at some point.
Yeah, it's true. I want it to all kind of come down. I like, I just want it to, I want it to be like, just say it.
Yeah, I'm ready for like the drama for the,
To unfold,
crash
yeah.
and come tumbling down, because I feel like they're like just stretching the same issues out for a long time, and I'm like ready for the drama or
Right.
it to like break a little bit. Bottom of that W.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really want her daughter to come in and like see her having sex with Josh and be like, Mommy, what?
Yeah.
This
What's
guy's
going on here?
hot.
Yeah.
What
I
the
love that
hell?"
you said that, because one of my predictions a few weeks ago was that her daughter was going to bang Josh.
Yeah.
No, so was
feel
mine,
like
I think.
That'll
Something
probably going to
crazy.
happen.
No, I hope not. That's gross.
Let's jump into our predictions for this week.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do you guys think?
I think it's gonna, well, this is kind of news and gossip, but it goes into my predictions.
That's fine. We could just combine them right now. It
So,
works.
thanks to IMDb, I found out they have a season 2. So yay, Younger. And all you fans out there, it's going to be airing in 2016, so next year. It feels like it's longer than next year, but it's next year. It's crazy. So they're coming back, which makes me think, are we going to find out this season, or is that going to be the cliffhanger for next season? Like, she says it, and then you don't know what happens until next season comes. All that being said, this episode's predictions, I would say I think that it's gonna fall apart. Honestly, I think she's like digging herself deeper and deeper every week, and she just needs to come clean. But I think even when she comes clean, she's not gonna lose those relationships. People are just gonna look past her age, and like, she's still gonna be hooking up with Josh. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, I scored an older lady. Like, I don't think it's gonna affect anybody in any way. But then again, that's not gonna be fun television. So I don't know. It's tough. I feel like she's not going to lose any friends. I feel like she's still going to be with Josh. I feel like she's still going to have her job. They're not going to care. Like, whatever. She's been doing good. Charles will be, like, more into it because she's closer to his age. So he's like, okay, well, you've lived your life. You've raised a kid. Mm-hmm. That's just me. I don't know.
I think that Charles and Liza are going to get into something and it's going to be like, oh, you're so much younger than me. And then she's going to be like, but I'm not. And maybe that's how it's going to come out. I kind of, whoa, it sounds like I'm going to cry. I'm like so excited. I'm excited for Hill Dog Kelsey. Kelsey, I really want Liza to confide in her.
Yeah.
And for her to find out that she's not 26.
Yeah. Kind
of before it all blows up. So she's there to help pick up the pieces. And I also want to see Liza's daughter come home and more of her. Because, I mean, she's lived 40 years. She's lived a whole life. And she has a family. She must have had friends that she just left behind. And we don't get to see or hear much about it. So hopefully we'll get some more backstory on her.
Yeah.
I like it. I think that Liza and Charles might hook up or flirt, and it's going to make Diana really pissed off and, get mad at Liza. And then maybe Liza will be like, I'm actually your age or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of break down at some point. I hope she breaks down to Kelsey first, though.
Right.
I keep wanting to say Hilary every time. I just can't help it. I'm like, Hilary, every single time. But speaking of Hilary, I think that she's just going to be, done with Bjorn Berg, and he's going to be kind of, chasing after her, and she's like, oh, my God, I want this to be over with. And, maybe douchebag boyfriend will appear again, but I hope not. I hope we don't see him again.
She doesn't have a lot of good options right now.
She doesn't. I think she should just be single and just restart, focus on herself, make herself better, and then maybe she can get someone better.
It's true.
Catch a Marlin, something like that.
Yeah.
But should we get into some news and gossip?
Yeah. Do we have any?
Do you have any?
I have a little bit.
Okay.
Well, okay, so I'm working on the show TMZ now, and they did this story on Hilary Duff because she's on Tinder now, and I'm sure you guys have seen that.
Right.
How she's all over Tinder, and she basically at first was like, oh, my friends signed up with me as a joke and through Facebook, blah, 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 and we're going to go on a date with this one guy, and I'm bringing my friends with me, which I totally understand if you're a celebrity. I'm just afraid to meet people by myself too. But now I'm thinking it's a huge publicity stunt because she's trying to get a reality show made about her dates on Tinder. And so she's having cameras follow her around and
oh, really?
They're doing a lot of publicity. So at first I was like, oh, she's just super into this, and now I'm thinking maybe Tinder hired her as kind of a spokesperson to make it more trendy, because I mean it works. Think about it. Well, if Hilary Duff's on Tinder, then I could be on Tinder, or there must be good people on there,
right? And
so I think that's kind of why. But apparently Patty Stanger from Millionaire Matchmaker, she was out in Hollywood, and TMZ caught her, and they were asking her about Hilary Duff and Tinder, and she was like, she should come to me because I could set her up with a millionaire.
Yeah.
And then I got called out in the newsroom for being on Millionaire Matchmaker, and I was on for a second in the group date for this older guy, and I never went on it, and they totally made fun of me on TMZ, and they were like, at least Hilary didn't go on Millionaire Matchmaker, this one girl whose name will get eventually, and it's just ridiculous. But I think she's really like being paid by Tinder to do some
I wouldn't
reality
be
show.
surprised.
But have you guys heard about it at all? She brought the
No.
Lizzie McGuire
Cast,
co-stars.
yeah, to her bowling date.
By the way, did you guys ever realize that Gordo means fat? Like their best
Yeah.
friend's name was Fat in that
Yeah,
show.
I think that was his like nickname.
name.
I think that was like his nickname.
I just realized that, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
Now that you bring it up that she's being paid by Tinder, like they kind
I
of
think so.
I
It
mean,
makes sense.
It makes sense, but it also breaks my heart because I've been off Tinder for a while and now I'm like, if Hilary Duff's back on, then maybe I should.
Right. Maybe I should go see that. Well, I mean, if anybody's apparently Leonardo DiCaprio's on Tinder too.
Yeah, right.
No, it like is a thing, but he
that means
like
they're also on Facebook.
that's what I say. But like his Tinder apparently is like Leonard, and everyone's like kind of making fun of that. Like seriously, Leonard is not that far from Leonardo. You know, like you could have just like made up a different name or whatever. But whatever sources, whatever, whoever it is confirming, saying that he hasn't actually gone out with any of the girls. He just kind of want to skim and see who's on there. But it's like,
Just judging.
are you joking? Like, of course you probably like had like maybe,
Doesn't he have like a model Tinder to go off
right
of?
like you don't need any
Yeah.
help. Like I feel like people like that, like not that you need help, but I feel like it's so easy for you just to walk up to any girl anywhere, like in a parking lot. No one's gonna say no to him, you know?
Like Facebook and Tinder is for like us. I feel like he should go through like the IMG models
Right,
Ford model
like,
portfolio and be like,
call up.
that one's okay.
Yeah.
Like this Victoria's Secret model will do for tonight.
yeah.
But
It's
I
just
love that
interesting.
Hill is doing it. My
Yeah.
Hilary Duff. I love that she's doing it, even if it's, made by Tinder.
Right.
Well,
or
and
whatever.
Good for her for getting back out there because there was so much drama in the media with her divorce and with her kid. And I mean, I just follow her on Instagram and I don't know her personally at all, but she seems like she's really into being a mom and
Yeah.
she's like really cute with her kid and she's out there having fun, dyeing her hair cool colors.
Right.
And I feel bad that in news and gossip, all I do is talk about Hilary Duff, and I never talk about anyone else on this show.
But it's not like a negative news and gossip. Like
Yeah,
you're not saying anything bad
just,
about her.
yeah, I'm just like a big Hilary Duff fan, and everyone watching knows it. And
Yeah, me too.
sorry, not sorry. I just
Lizzie
wanted to
McGuire is
point it
still
out
on
there.
reruns at 2 a.m. at Disney Channel. I'm just saying if anybody can't sleep.
Good to
you know
know.
what's on.
Set my
Lizzie
DVR.
McGuire is on.
Can't wait till they get it on like Hulu or something like that.
Yeah. Like Netflix or something. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Well, where can they find you lovely ladies online?
You guys can find me online at samdavidsonentertainment.com and on Twitter and Instagram at samd43.
You can find me on my website, AnnikaMichelle.com, or Instagram, AnnikaMichelle1, Twitter at Annika_Michelle.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Danica Kennedy. And you can find us all at AfterBuzz TV. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.